Tuesday night will mark the first rally for former President Donald Trump since his alleged second assassination attempt. He will travel to Flint, Michigan, for what is being billed as a town hall meeting, with Arkansas Gov. Sarah Huckabee Sanders, his former press secretary in the White House, serving as host. In the meantime, Vice President Kamala Harris will participate in an unscripted interview in Philadelphia with the National Association of Black Journalists members. This is a significant opportunity for a candidate who has mainly stayed to her platform. They belong to the same group that Trump deceitfully claimed Harris had only happened to turn black a few weeks ago. The incidents follow the Secret Service's successful interception of a possible gunman at Trump's West Palm Beach golf property on Sunday, which prevented the former president from being the target of a second attempt on his life. They will provide a glimpse into the potential course of the campaign's next phase, especially for Trump, who is visiting Michigan for a rally intended to attack the records of President Joe Biden and Senator Harris in one of the most significant swing states in the country. Trump launched a barrage of criticism on Monday, accusing Biden and Harris of being behind the most recent alleged attempt on his life. In his first interview after the event, he contended to Fox News Digital on Monday that they are the real threat and that their rhetoric is causing me to be shot at. On his Truth Social website, he criticized the Democratic president and vice president in a similar manner. Although Biden said it was a mistake to tell supporters he intended to put Trump in a bullseye following the first attempt on his life, neither he nor Harris indicated they would back down from their warnings about the threat Trump posed to democracy. During last week's debate, Harris used Trump's threat of a bloodbath if he lost, the Charlottesville riots, and the attack on the U.S. Capitol on January 6, 2021 as examples of his deadly speech. "Let's move on from this," she said. Democrats pointed out on Monday that Trump has a lengthy history of using violent imagery and provocative rhetoric. During a campaign canvassing event for Harris, Michigan Democratic Representative Debbie Dingell stated that Trump plays to people's fear, he plays to people's anxiety. He uses fear and hatred to define us. Dingell declared, "We need to understand who and what he is and how much he is contributing to this violence, but we also need to stop it." On Monday, Harris' team avoided bringing up the alleged murder attempt in a political context. Few aides thought the former president was speaking in good faith, despite the White House not immediately responding to Trump's claim that the gunman on Sunday was acting because he believed in the rhetoric of Biden and Harris. Following the Florida incident on Sunday, both Biden and Harris went ahead with their plans. This is a significant departure from the previous week, when Biden's campaign removed political advertisements and canceled the president and vice president's scheduled campaign trips in the wake of the first attempt on Trump's life earlier in the summer. Condition of the 2024 race. With the first votes being distributed at a time when Trump's money edge has vanished and the polling lead he maintained for the first half of the year has vanished, it's a risky moment for his campaign. According to a CNN poll by SSRS, Harris left last week's ABC debate with momentum, with 63% of viewers believing the vice president did a better job on stage in Philadelphia than Trump did, 37%. One of the most reputable pollsters in the country and an authority on the Hawkeye state, Ann Selzer, conducted a Des Moines Register/Mediacom Iowa poll on Sunday that revealed a stark caution flag for Trump. Among likely voters, Trump's lead in Iowa was only 47% to Harris' 43%. The same survey from June indicated that the former president was leading Biden 50% to 32%. It was not anticipated that Iowa would be a contested state. In 2020, Trump won the state by 8 points. However, the survey discovered that a number of Democratic-leaning demographics, such as women, Iowans with college degrees, city dwellers, and those under 45, were more likely to vote. According to a poll conducted on Sunday by ABC News and Ipsos, Harris has a national lead over Trump, with 52% of likely voters supporting her compared to 46% for Trump. It also revealed a glaring gender disparity. Female likely voters split evenly, at 49% for each, but male likely voters break for Harris 55% to 44%. How Trump responded on Sunday. Trump spoke on the phone with friends and advisors in the hours following the alleged assassination attempt in Florida, even during his lockdown at Trump International Golf Course. According to several people who spoke with him, Trump appeared to be in a good mood. According to one source, Trump made light of the fact that he was 2 shots short of par at the time of the shooting and claimed to be enjoying a wonderful game of golf. According to a second source, Trump inquired as to what the media was reporting regarding the alleged second assassination attempt. According to a third individual who was informed of the former president's chat, he was certain he would prevail in November. Because of the circumstances around Sunday's apparent assassination attempt, including Trump being quickly rushed to safety and placed under lockdown, Trump's team was briefed far faster than they were after the shooting in Butler, Pennsylvania, when some staff was left in limbo about Trump's overall state for hours. Although several people close to Trump claimed that the news that shots had been fired close to the former president surprised them at first, they were also informed almost away that Trump was safe and in a secure place. While Trump was still under lockdown, members of the campaign were promptly briefed by Trump's Secret Service team on what had happened. 2 people familiar with the situation told CNN. The Butler shooting and the Florida attempt were very different from each other, though, in that Trump shifted his focus rapidly to political criticism. Instead of going straight to political attacks as he did on Monday, the former president called for togetherness after the shooting in Pennsylvania. When the July shooting happened, Biden was still running for the presidency and was having trouble getting over his dismal June debate performance. After Biden's departure a few days later, Harris secured the Democratic nomination to succeed him, and Trump's lead disappeared. Fears about Harris' safety. In addition to raising concerns about Harris' safety while out on the campaign trail, the alleged attempt on Trump's life over the weekend has once again triggered bipartisan condemnation of political violence. According to a source, the campaign has received calls in recent weeks from a number of partners and supporters advising the team to stay away from outdoor demonstrations entirely, since they think inside events are much easier to secure. All but 2 of Harris' demonstrations have taken place indoors, at a location in Wisconsin and a brewery in New Hampshire. Due to the later event's extreme exposure, the podium was surrounded by a huge glass enclosure for protection. A person with knowledge of the campaign expects the campaign to continue holding the majority of its rallies indoors, though outdoor events are still on the table. The campaign, which has taken care to avoid coming across as politicizing the events of Sunday in any way, is extremely sensitive to language that seems to be intended to inspire violence against the former president. During the summer, after Trump's first attempted assassination, Harris acknowledged during a campaign rally in Michigan the delicate balance that campaigns must maintain in the face of heightened political vitriol. On Sunday night, President Joe Biden made a plea for togetherness, emphasizing that although political violence has left a scar on our country's past, it is never acceptable. There's no way around that, she declared during the July gathering. Simultaneously, the distinguishing feature of American democracy, as well as any democracy, is a robust rivalry between ideas, policies, and future directions. She continued, "We need to welcome a vigorous conversation about the issues this election is about, just as we need to oppose political violence."